Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Note Music here, back today with another tutorial, and today we're going to be going over how to make better chord progressions. Before we get started, I'm going to kindly ask that you hit that like button if you do end up finding this video helpful, and hit that subscribe button if you like this content and you want to get updated whenever I post future content. Let's dive in. Here we have 4 chords laid out. I got a C major, F major, G major, and D minor. This is a 1-4-5-2 chord progression, and I'm using the C major scale. Let's hear what it sounds like. Alright, I'm going to double this. So, O and R. There we go. Alright, now we're going to get to work. So this is a pretty basic chord progression. How do I make it sound better? Well, one way to do that is you can actually add notes to make this into a 7th chord or a 9th chord or even an 11th chord. And we're going to get started by doing that. So because we're working in C major, we're going to skip every other white note and we're going to make it land on the next one. So here, I just made that into a 7th chord. Let's hear what that sounds like. All right, automatically better compared to what we had before, which was, if we have it here, it sounds much more fuller. Okay, and I'm going to do that with all of these. So skip one, next one, 7th chord, and there we go. So you're going to hear what the 7th chord version sounds like, followed by the one we had before. Now that you've heard that, the one with the 7th chords definitely sounds a lot fuller. But notice that these two kind of sound a little off, right? So what we're going to do to change that is we're going to fall into our second tip. So the second tip we're going to dive into on how to make better chord progressions is we're actually going to select some of these notes in these chords and we're going to change the octave of those notes. It's still going to be the same chord, however, some of the notes are going to fall in a different octave. For example, if I want to change these top 2 notes on each of these chords, I'm going to select them and I'm going to do Option Shift down and they're going to fall within a different octave. So here's what this sounds like now. So compared to what we had before, it sounds like this. Notice we already have that much of a richer tone simply by doing those 2 tips. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the lengths of these chords and I'm going to show you another tip you can do to improve your chord progressions. For the sake of saving time in the video, I've already gone ahead and done that. So all I did is I doubled the length of each of the chords here. And now it spans over 4 bars. Here's what it sounds like. Okay, so it's the same chord progression, same chords, just extended the lengths of them. And the reason I did that is because in order to show you my third tip, I had to. Tip number 3 helps you create better chord progressions by making a smoother transition into the following chord. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little note at the end of a chord, and it's going to help it transition to the next chord in front of it. It's going to sound like this. Just add it there, and add another one here, and one there. Let's hear what that sounds like. Okay, and you can even add 2 to mix it up and add some variation within your chord progression. So I can add one here and one, let's say there. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to change the chord lengths. Okay, so we are going to make some chords shorter, make some chords longer, add a bit more variation from what we previously had. So we're going to do that by, let's say, this chord right here. I want to change its length to about there. I'm going to add, let's say, this chord. Okay, I'm going to copy it. Change the length first. Copy it here. so it fits. Okay, I'm going to change its length back. Whoops, I'm going to select that note. Just want these. Might even shorten this one to here, and I'll make this one a little longer. Okay, now let's hear what that sounds like. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually layer this instrument, the classic electric piano, with another instrument to improve our chord progression. And to do that, I'm going to use these chords that we first started off with. So I'm going to split this region so it's easier to work with. Command T to trim it. I'm going to get a new instrument here, and I like working within massive sometimes, so I'm going to select massive, and I have an instrument in mind, and it's going to be air leak. So open up a stereo, massive. All right, and I'm now going to go here and select air leak. Okay, and air leak sounds something like this. Okay, notice that's too loud. Let's bring it down. I've brought down the volume a little bit because I don't want that being the primary instrument that's heard. I want the electric piano to be the primary instrument. This is just going to complement it in the background. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, and there we go. We have gone from this to this. And there you have it. Those are some simple tips that you can use to drastically improve your chord progressions no matter what DAW you're in. You can be in Ableton, Logic, it's universal. If you did like this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.